Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and to another video. As you can tell from the title of the video, I'm going to be trying out another new foundation. Now, the only reason I actually bought this foundation is because at the moment they're half price and I was like, why not? Not paying the full price, quite cheap, quite good. I'm hoping it works. And that is the Anastasia Beverly Hills stick foundation. I tried out another stick foundation on my channel the other day, which was from Tarte. I will link that video down below for you guys so you can go check that out. But today I thought I would test out another stick foundation. I have got this in two different shades because I am slightly darker at the minute because I have self-tanned. But we will see. So if you want to see what I think of this foundation, how it works, how it sits on my skin, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I've pushed my hair back and I've just brought up the Anastasia Beverly Hills website. So this is the stick foundation. I have got it in tan and cool beige. So it's a natural matte full pigment foundation that offers buildable coverage for face and body. So the tan one is a medium with neutral skin tones. And then the cool beige is light skin with neutral skin tones. So I'm hoping one of these will match or whether I need to just mix them on my face. A highly pigmented buildable cream formula that leaves a natural matte finish. So it says apply Anastasia Beverly Hills stick foundation as an all over foundation, sheared out as a tinted moisturiser or for highlighting and contouring. So I'm really hoping that this is as full coverage as I like, but we will see. So I've already prepped my skin, I've done my skincare, put on my moisturisers. So now it is time for priming. I have a tiny amount of the Timeless Smoothing Base Primer. I have bought another one, so luckily that arrived just in time. Because half the time I order it too late and then I'm like, I just love how smooth this makes my skin. So I'm actually going to zoom you in. Might be a little bit easier. Okay, so that is all on the skin and it's just settled into everything really nicely and just smoothed everything out. As you guys know, this is my absolute die-hard favourite primer. I did also shave my face this morning, so it's extra smooth. So I'm going to actually open these up. Again, really nice packaging. I do like a good stick foundation packaging. This is probably going to be too dark. Slightly. This one's going to be too light. There was no... How the hell do people match it to fake tan? I have no idea because I've never done fake tan before, hence why I've had to buy a foundation. Yeah, that's a better match to my neck than this one is. This is way too dark. At least we have decided that tan is too dark. Maybe I'll use it as a contour at some point, but I also think it might be too orange for a contour. So I'll just put that back away. I have got loads of too dark shades in my drawer where I've tried to match myself online. But it's not a problem because I'll use it at some point. Maybe I'll make myself really tanned. So I'm going to go in with cool beige. And I'm just going to do the same as I did with the last foundation and just kind of go all over my skin. Now this one is a lot sort of thicker than the last one. The last one was a lot creamier, so maybe this one is a lot more pigmented, but we will see. And before you ask, I did prime my skin after I rubbed off that foundation. Like I went over that patch just to make sure it was primed. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, apparently this applies better with a sponge, but it's not giving me any coverage with a sponge. It's not spreading with a sponge, and then with a brush it's not giving me any of the coverage that I want. If I zoom you in, one, it's too light, even though it looked like it matched, but it's just not. Maybe it needs like warming up before you apply it. Because literally I've put it all over my face and it's sort of set, so it's not spreading out how it should. I was really looking forward to this foundation. Right. It's given slight coverage, and as it said, it was going to be like a tinted moisturiser kind of coverage with just all over the face. To be honest, it feels really nice on the skin, but also it's looking really, like my nose has basically just looks really dry, clinging to all the dry patches on my skin. Right, I'm going to try something else because this is quite thick foundation. Maybe if I warm it up on the back of my hand. Okay, seems to work better warmed up on the back of your hand. Like that's just gone on really nicely, which is kind of annoying because you want a stick foundation to be really quick just to put it on your skin. But all I did was just go round in circular motions and then actually use it from the back of my hand, because my hand's basically warming up the product, and then using the sponge and just going in where I need to go. As you can see, it looks really nice. It looks so like smooth and seamless. It just won't cover my nose. Right, okay, we're gonna go with the hard guns. Warm it up on the back of my hand. Go in with the butt of the sponge and just... Okay, so I am actually layering this up quite a bit to give me the coverage that I want, which I don't enjoy doing, but I kind of like the fact that you can have it quite sort of sheer, and it feels so light on my skin. Like it doesn't feel like I've got 20 pounds of foundation on or anything like that. So if you're looking for a full coverage foundation that is so quick to put on that you can literally put on and get out the door, I wouldn't suggest this, because you're going to be sitting there for quite a while trying to get the coverage that you want. Because it said full pigmented on the online bit, I thought that meant it was going to be really full coverage. And it says a foundation, but then it also says a contour. So would it be better as a contour stick because of its sheerness? Because obviously you don't want like a fully pigmented contour. I am still going to wear this today. So this is what it looks from afar, and I actually like the fact that it looks almost skin-like, like it's very natural. It is still a bit light, but that tan was way too dark. I like it. I don't love it. I feel like it might bunch up a bit around my nose, around my chin, just the places that I don't want it to. I don't know whether it will. It might not. I might be very surprised and it might just stay on my skin like this all day. But I'm not too sure. Like my skin has actually warmed up quite a bit, that now it's sort of moving around a lot easier. So it's blending out a lot easier. So I'm actually going to go off camera. I'm going to complete my look. And then I'll be back and I'll talk through this, and then maybe I'll do a check-in at the end of the day. But yeah, go off camera now and I'm going to finish it all up and then talk through what I think as a first impression. See you in a second. Okay guys, so this is my finished look with the foundation on and everything put on top. I've gone for quite a bold eye today. I wanted to try out something different. This is using the Zulu palette by Juvia's Place, which I absolutely love. So if you do want to see a video on this look, then hit that big thumbs up down there and maybe I'll do that at some point. But to do with the foundation, I actually really like it. The only thing I find a bit difficult is the fact that you do have to really layer it up to get the full coverage that you want. but then again you can do that with concealer and anything else as well. It has settled onto my skin really nicely. It hasn't collected around my nose. I have had this on about an hour now. I have been sat just doing my eyes and doing a funky look. But yeah, I really like how it's actually settled into my skin. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel cakey. It hasn't settled into my fine lines. It hasn't settled into my pores. It's just given me that blank canvas that I needed to do the rest of my look. It also allowed powders to go on top really nicely. It didn't grab, it didn't stick. It just sort of set nice and matte, which I absolutely love. So I am going to go about and do my day. We've got a barbecue today for my mum's birthday, and just got all the family round. So hopefully I will check in with you guys later, but for the moment I really like how this is looking, and I'm about to go outside with these eyes on, but I actually kind of like it. So I will see you in a bit. Hi guys, so it's a couple of days later, well actually it's a day later. I've done the same eye look again because I actually filmed a tutorial on this today. So this is just a check-in a day later on the foundation. Now on first impressions I absolutely loved this foundation. It was so nice, sat on the skin really nicely, and as I said, it was really difficult to layer up. That was the only downfall. Well, now I've worn it a second day, I actually really dislike it. It was so drying on my skin. I have like big sort of spots all over this side of my face where it's just dried out my face completely. It hasn't settled into my skin the same way. I have gone a bit oily, but I went a bit oily yesterday. That doesn't really bother me. I have had this foundation on now for about 10 hours, so that's kind of to be expected, but it just feels so heavy on my skin. Even though I can't layer it up a lot, it just feels like it's just sucking the life out of my skin at the minute. So on like first impressions and second impressions, I'm not a massive fan. It just doesn't layer up how I want it to. It looks really nice as like just to sort of, like it says, a tinted moisturiser if you just use a brush and just buff it in. But if you want that full coverage, it is very difficult to get. I do like it for a sort of all over sheer foundation, but that isn't what I really like on me. But if you do want that, it would be quite nice. It would be good as a contour and a highlight because it is quite easy to blend on top of like other things, but on its own it just doesn't do the coverage that I want. Like most of this is just concealer. That was the only way I could get it to cover. So would I recommend this? Not really. I'd say there are plenty of other good stick foundations, like the Tarte Clay Stick Foundation. That is a good one that's not too pricey. Obviously the really good one is the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation, but that is very like top of the line kind of pricey, but I do really enjoy that one. That is definitely like my #1 stick foundation. That I only wear for special occasions because it's too expensive for me to buy all the time. But yeah, it looks okay. If you really have time to work at it, it can look really nice. But today my skin was just awful. It's alright if you have a good skin day, but if you have a bad skin day, it just does not work. So yeah. So that is the end of today's video for you guys. I hope you really enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and go check out all my last videos. I will link them down below. Don't forget to check out my vlogs that I've recently uploaded on my holiday that we went on. We went to Scotland for 2 weeks, which was the best holiday ever. I really enjoyed it. So don't forget to check them out, and I will see you in the next video, which is probably creating this eye look. So see you then. Bye guys.